A Yoda? What's going on, guys? Tools in the block back again. We're in the garage with a taco. That's right. You see it. Alright, we got a TRD 4x4 crew cab Tacoma. And this is the Barcelona red. This truck's in here for a respray due to the clear coat failure on the hood. And also up on the top of the truck. Initially we thought we were just going to be reshooting the top and the hood, but the fenders are starting to show signs of clear coat failure where it's separating from the base color. So we're going to scuff the whole thing down, respray the whole truck. The badges will not be going back on. Pinstripe will not be going back on, but it will be going the same color. And as far as body work, the truck looks pretty good. I think there is one dent that I found back here in the tailgate. Yeah, there is one dent right there in the tailgate. And I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Didn't tell the owner about that, but I did see it, so I'm going to go ahead and fix it while we're in here. And we'll do a quick repair on that. Now the finish is opaque. As you see right here, it's kind of shiny, but it's more of a satin, and that's because the clear coat's failing all over the truck. And I did tell the owner if we just did a top portion paint, then it wouldn't match finish wise. You can actually see a distinct difference between the color of this corner of the cab and the top of the cab. So that's why we're doing a full respray, to get everything nice and even, so we got a nice even finish. We'll be masking up everything else, and we will respray all the way down rockers top to rockers, or rockers to top. Alright, I think that's it. That's enough of me yakking, so you guys know the plan. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing cleaned up a little bit, and we're going to start removing some parts, probably like the lights, and get those out of the way, and then we'll mask up everything else. I don't think we'll pull these fender flares off, because they are glued on with a two-sided tape. Yeah. So, I don't know. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna pull those off or not. I think that's all that really lacks is lights, flares, and so the mirrors and the grill surround are actually the only part that looks good. Finish is rich like it should be there. Same thing up here on the grill surround. You can see the difference between the hood and the grill surround. Much deeper, richer color. This is all faded, kind of looks pinkish. But there were some areas down here where the clear coat is pretty it's just really opaque and lots of orange peel and texture. So we're just gonna clean it all up. Alright, let's get to prepping. Another reason why I'm pulling the lights off. Dirt trapped in here, dirt trapped in there. You can pressure wash this real good, and this wouldn't be too bad because it'll get most of this out of there, so it shouldn't get back in your paint. Then tape off the light. But this is one less thing I got to tape up now. I'll throw a bag over these, wrap a little bit of tape around there, so save some material. Possibly save a little bit of time. Just tape up this piece of plastic. We'll just throw some plastic in there over all that stuff, a little paper. Yeah, so there's half of it down. I gotta take this badge off and the pinstripe. I'll do all that with my wheel. Letters came off nice and clean. Won't be going back on, but they didn't break and didn't scratch the paint. That's the biggest thing. Don't want to make any additional work for yourself. Making progress on the disassembly of the front of the Tacoma. I had the badge off there. We got the tail lights out, and I wanted to show you guys something that I found, because When I first looked at this truck, I looked and I said, this truck has been resprayed. It looks like a respray. I don't care what Toyota says. It looks like it's been resprayed. So I'm going to show you something here. If you look at this mirror cap and then you look at the color of the truck, you see the difference in the finish. It's pretty noticeable. Now, I thought it's probably been resprayed because something happened in transit. It probably got damaged. And I hadn't found any proof until I got to this corner of the bumper and the side of the truck. So there were two screws in this fender flare and the combination where the mud flap is that were missing. They were just gone. I said, well, maybe they vibrated out. Maybe that's possible. However, I'm going to show you something that definitely didn't vibrate out. Alright, so looking down here, this clip on that side is correct. This clip on this side is over the bumper cover. Somebody has been here before, and you can see it's all scratched up and mangled. So that tells me that this truck was taken apart at some point and sometime for something. And I believe they resprayed not just the bumper cover, but I think they resprayed the whole truck, with the exception of the mirrors and the grille surround, which look like the correct color. Now, it would be possible to say, well, the paint reacted different on the metal body versus the plastic parts. However, the bumper cover finish does not match the mirror covers or the grille. And that's all plastic, rubber, and that family. That tells me this truck was resprayed. So if you go to buy a vehicle and the paint just doesn't look right, it's probably because it was resprayed. Now, I believe this truck was bought with 8 miles or 80 miles. So the truck didn't have a lot of miles on it, but something happened. The dealership has claimed that nothing happened. They have no history of it being wrecked or anything like that. This truck was damaged in transit or when it got to the dealership, before it got to the dealership. Somewhere at some point in time, it was damaged. And with a keen eye, you can spot it. Alright, I'm going to get back to work on this assembly. I got to pop out the cover surround for this fog light and the plastic down there. And over here, we're going to go ahead and remove that badge. And then I'm going to get my eraser wheel out. We're going to go ahead and erase all these pinstripes off here and go ahead with the process of getting ready to prep it for paint.